forgotten. Been gone for a day or two, and it's like, oh yeah. I thought we were heading up the coast. Why do you have showers? Oh.
You think anyone actually felt like they were at the beach in here? Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, but you do what you gotta.
This is the brave detective. I haven't
Uh-huh.
seen someone with a body like that in far, far too long.
Can we
Flirt?
talk about the murder?
Oh, boo, you're no fun. I suppose we can talk about the case, unless you'd rather hear some stories from my acting career.
All right.
Did you know that I was supposed to star in Love Set Sail?
So were all these people actors?
Bitch Vera got the part
Did I forget
because
about
her
that?
uncle was the producer. Did you need something else?
Tell me about yourself.
Well, I need to hear about the
My favorite
case.
Subject. Simply put, darling, I'm the greatest actress in the world. When this international scuffle blows over, I shall return to the silver screen and lead the world to a new golden age of cinema. Did you need something else?
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
Well, it is a bit strange how obsessed Santiago has been with the murder. I mean, he's always been a bit obsessive, though. He did a whole series of paintings of me, hundreds. Said I was his muse. It was flattering for a while, but the man is a bit much, even for me. Did you need something else?
Investigate Santiago
I found Keith's
Avita.
baseball bat at the scene of the murder. Any thoughts on how it got there?
I don't know, detective. I can't really imagine Keith killing Ezra. Did you need something else?
What were you and Keith talking about when I came in?
Oh, that? We were rehearsing. Gotta stay sharp if we're going to rebuild Hollywood. But Keith always gets flustered when he's upset. Did you need something else?
So is you really want to end this conversation, don't you?
Maybe later.
I'll be around, languishing from your inattention.
I almost want to go in that water. I mean, do I need the power armor? You get kind of sick of bouncing around, you know? Hello. Why is this room so pitted? Why did you get the big room? With the flashy in the middle.
Well. If it isn't the long arm of the law. Tell me, are you a devotee of the arts? Does that cruel muse call you to her entrapping bosom?
Art is life. Without it, we are no different than animals.
Perhaps, if all we are is a sentience floating in a suit of flesh, or metal, I suppose, then art is the only true communion with the world. Come with me.
Really? Come with you, seriously? Okay, good. We're not going far.
Tell me, what does this piece say to you?
Says somebody farted on a campus with a brush hanging out their butt.
It's about composition, the balance of colors and emotions, and the struggle to maintain internal order.
Indeed. This was the last piece I did in a series of portraits of Gilda. Number 1378. Her emotional landscape is superimposed on the portrait. The reality of the subject is distorted as the ego attempts to project itself. This way. Tell me, what does this one say to you?
Yeah, trees in space.
It's the war.
That's
From every direction.
too easy, though.
No up or down. The world turned on its head.
Oh, what a very literal interpretation.
Yeah.
I asked what he communicated, not what the shapes on the canvas were. He must have said. And what about this one? And please be honest, for art without honesty is just politics.
It's a metaphor. A young creature grappling with ideas it doesn't possess the capability to understand.
Well, that's certainly a projected interpretation. Ah, well, truth be told, this is my best-selling piece. I did this series under a pseudonym, of course. This series has made more money than any of my serious works. And I think the whole thing is a lie. What does that tell you about the value of art to the common man, huh? Hello, detective. Here to broaden your mind through artistic inspiration.
Tell me about yourself.
What is there to tell? I am one of the premier artists in the world. My work is primarily in oil paint, but I have been known to do sculpture or performance art as well.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
The person you should be looking at is Juliana Riggs. That Philistine would not know art from her own excrement. She and Ezra had a rather dramatic fight recently. You could hear her banshee screeches all the way across the hotel.
What were Juliana and Ezra arguing about?
I don't know. I was painting at the time and I was trying to block it out. Though I bet Guido probably heard them. Maybe you should check with her.
I think you should explain why you keep returning to the crime scene.
It's for inspiration, detective. The others do not like to think about it, but even we shall die someday. Like Prometheus's torch, it kindles within me the fire to create as much art as I can with the time that I have.
How did you tie that smock around?
It sounds like you've done a lot of paintings of Gilda. Why her?
Our Gilda is a very
He likes her
singular
gears.
creature, detective. Do you not see the joie de vivre from within her? I have never met another who clings to life so tenaciously, who lives so in the moment. I must admit I was quite smitten with her for a time.
You're still in love with Gilda, aren't you?
So what if I am? What business is it of yours? She deserves someone who truly understands her ephemeral beauty, not that brute actor.
Maybe later.
Good. I hope my paintings are able to open your mind to new possibilities.
I got a lot of markers. I don't want to leave it behind. At the same time, I guess I need to go. I mean, is there anything here that's going to require the defense that this gives me?
I can barely tell us apart.
then there's something wrong with you. Exit zone. Don't go anywhere. Wait. Oh, upstairs. Who are you, and have I speak with you yet?
How can I
Keith.
help? Did you have questions about the case?
Yeah.
I found your baseball bat at the crime scene. Care to explain how it got there?
Someone is clearly trying to frame me for the murder. It's probably Santiago. You saw him skulking around the crime scene.
What were you and Gilda talking about when I walked in?
Oh, we were just rehearsing a scene. Nothing to worry about.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
It's obviously
The
Santiago.
murder.
He keeps going back to look at the crime scene.
Maybe later.
Okay. Just let me know how I can help.
Go rifle through your sock drawer, okay? So, he likes to keep in shape. Did they know? It's weird that I'm allowed to sleep in their beds. Fusion cores. Oh, man. I got 120. I haven't even gone through one yet this whole time. I'm probably fine. Whose room is this? Did they know when they were going to come in here that they were going to come in here as robots? And if so, is this room needed? Is the shower room? Why is there a shower room when everybody has showers in their own rooms? Have I been in here yet? Yeah, it's classroom. Bert.
Detective, did you need something?
I heard that Juliana and Ezra had an argument a few days before he was found dead. Tell me about that.
Well, I was in my lab at the time, so I didn't hear it. But Juliana has always been rather critical of Mr. Parker. I think she found something in the overseer's office. I wasn't listening when she told me about it. I kind of had my head in my research. I don't know, really. I try to let her handle all the money stuff. Was there something else, Detective?
Tell me about your research.
Well, I was one of the leads on the team that created the first robo-brains, the precursors to our model. Most people don't find it all that interesting, and I'd rather not bore you. Was there something else, Detective?
I'd like to hear more about your research.
Oh, wonderful. No one else here really wants to talk about it. Functionally, this model is more or less the same as the previous versions I worked on, but without the neural inhibitor and the reconditioning. The voice modulator seems to have some minor issues interfacing with the neural matrix, which can add some moodiness. But that's easily solved with regular tune-ups. Was there something else, Detective?
I'd like to hear more about your research.
I'm afraid that's really all I should say about it. I mean, it is still classified, but I wanted to help with the investigation. Was there something else, Detective?
Voice modulator?
Robo-brains have a voice modulator? Tell me about that.
That's what allows us to recreate our original voices. They can mimic any normal human voice, actually. I've speculated for some time that the issues we had with our recruited subjects is due to the brain attempting to preserve a sense of self. Maintaining our original voices helps reinforce the neural network, sort of like playing music for an Alzheimer patient. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Well, so if you can sound like you can sound like someone else, right? So if I hear anyone arguing or talking or anything like that, it could be someone totally different. Is that what we're saying?
Protect and serve.
Shut up. Why is it kind of nasty up here? Why is it incredibly nasty up here? What's up with this? Hyperdronics. Hi. Think there's any reason I need to go get my power armor? I mean, do you think anything's gonna... I doubt it. It's kind of weird that you gotta go through... I guess you don't. But I say it was weird that you have to go through the hydroponics lab. You do. Well, then you have to go up there and around here to get down to the kitchen. Right? Okay. You can come into the
Protect and serve.
kitchen through here. Okay, why are the lights all funky? It's loud. There's... Who's detecting me? Okay, are we seeing anything in here? Why is it so...
I never get stuck in one of these things again. It'll be too soon.
Why are these windows always so dirty? I can't take that. I can take everything else. Overseer eyes only, Vault 118 Overseer instructions. Vault 118 is designed to test the social interactions between the working class and the ultra-wealthy when under confined conditions. Working in conjunction with staff from the Cliff's Edge Hotel, this vault shall function as a luxury hotel to attract the necessary testing subjects. Upon beginning the test, additional subjects shall be admitted from the local population to the second, much inferior wing of the vault. What's with the music, guys? Prior to experiment activation, Vault 118 shall function as an ultra-elite hotel to attract test subjects of appropriate wealth and status. This shall be operated as clandestine area of the hotel to ensure that individuals drawn to privilege and exclusivity are present. Upon activation notice from Vault Tech, the secondary wing of the vault shall be made open to the public and selected from the local working class population. These subjects are to be taken through the exclusive areas of the vault on entry, but thereafter confined to cramped second wing. Once residents have been admitted, the vault is to be sealed until the test results can be determined. Group A, Ultra Elite. This subject group, not to number more than 10, shall have their every desire attended to by robotic staff to the extent that is possible. They are considered to be above all legal restrictions when interacting with Test Group B. B, Working Class. This subject group shall begin numbering 300 and shall be restricted to the second wing of the vault. Measures should be taken to ensure that living conditions are uncomfortable and cramped. Food and other rations are to be extremely limited, and other breach of rules are to be judged by Test Group A and acted by robotic staff members. Staff duties and security. Due to the potential for extreme social interactions, Vault Tech staff shall be restricted to the overseer and key research members. All other security services and maintenance positions shall be filled by robotic staff to ensure safety and test compliance. Change testing. This is completely unheard of. One of the subjects from Test Group A is apparently a researcher for General Atomics in some sort of advanced robotics program. He and his wife have convinced the other members of Group A that, with the international situation becoming tense once again, their best chance to outlast the war is to have their brains inserted into these robots. And they're doing this voluntarily. It's absolutely insane. I've tried to convince my superiors that this will completely discount the test results, but they seem more intrigued by the idea than appalled. Door wouldn't open. We received the activation notice from Vault Tech to begin the test, despite the second wing still being incomplete. However, when I attempted to trigger the recruitment protocol for Test Group B, the system informed me I had been locked out. Someone from Test Group A seems to have overridden the system to prevent the admittance of the local population of the island. They've been pounding me on the door for days. There's nothing I can do. Oh God, it's been weeks now, and I realized today that I've become the test subject. Instead of testing the social interactions between the locals and this group of rich people, it's just me trapped in here with them. They're going to live forever, and I have to deal with them for the rest of my life. I can't take it. Yeah, but if they weren't robots, you'd have to deal with them for the rest of your life. So...
Progress on construction of the second wing of the vault is completely stalled. Progress on construction of the second wing of the vault is completely stalled. Once the premier area of the vault had been completed, funding seems to have been cut off. My supervisors have informed me that they haven't received payment from Mr. Parker, and Vault Tech won't pay out of pocket to continue construction. I've repeatedly approached Ezra about the finances, but he keeps telling me that Mrs. Riggs hasn't transferred the funds. However, when I asked her, Juliana said that she had just given Ezra extra for the gold paint in the rooms. I've hired an investigator to look for signs of embezzlement in a few weeks.
Vault 118.
Sounds like Ezra was embezzling from his investors.
I know it's stupid, but I want to read what I'm hearing.
Progress on construction of the second wing of the vault is completely stalled. Once the premier area of the vault had been completed, funding seems to have been cut off. My supervisors have informed me that they haven't received payment from Mr.
Nice
Parker.
hat.
Vault Tech won't pay out of pocket to continue construction.
I'm glad I could help. It seems like it meant a lot to you.
Yeah, great timing there, Jack.
Winter was it. The only reminder left of the original Nick Valentine. The last proof, outside of some long-lost Institute archive, I was ever just a mechanical copy of some cop from a bygone era. I'm not sure how to feel.
Don't you see, Nick? You're finally free. There is no other Nick anymore. Just you.
No, I wish it was that easy. But it's not. Because I was Nick Valentine. I had his memories, his fears, all that poor bastard's hope. And I remember getting the call to head to some lab in Cambridge to get that neurotrans whatever. And the next thing I know, I'm in a trash heap, My family, my home, my entire life gone. Then I discover all those things that they weren't even mine. Everything I ever was belonged to Nick. I'd hoped with winter gone, the last hint of that old world snuffed out, I could finally be free. Being out here with you, what I finally realized after all this time was that taking down Winter, it wasn't about Nick or Jenny or even you or me. It was about justice, about doing what's right. And that act of goodness, that's ours. All the good we've done, that's ours, and ours alone. And even if that's the only thing in this world that I can ever claim as mine, not Nick's, not the Institute's, but mine, then I can die happy. And none of it would have ever happened if it weren't for you. I'm not sure I'll ever be able to thank you for that.
You don't have to, Nick. We're friends. This is what friends do.
You can't stop being noble now, can you? Nope. Well, come on then. We're not helping anyone standing around here.
Having reached the highest level of affinity with Nick, you have gained the Close to Metal perk. Thanks to your relationship with Nick, you get 1 extra guess and 50% faster terminal cooldown when hacking. So now it only takes 5 seconds instead of 10. I get 6 guesses instead. Can I listen to my tape now?
Progress on construction of the second wing of the vault is completely stalled. Once the premier area of the vault had been completed, funding seems to have been cut off. My supervisors have informed me that they haven't received payment from Mr. Parker, and Vault-Tec won't pay out of pocket to continue construction. I've repeatedly approached Ezra about the finances, but he keeps telling me that Mrs. Riggs hasn't transferred the funds. However, when I asked her, Juliana said that she had just given Ezra extra for the gold paint in the rooms. I've hired an investigator to look for signs of embezzlement in a few weeks.
I guess there's any reason. I don't know why I thought I saw a door there. Kind of an odd. So where I started going up, yeah, and there was robots working here, and okay. There's you. Which one was Ezra? Okay. Was Ezra the scientist?
Hello, detective. Here to broaden your mind for artistic inspiration.
No. You have nothing new.
Never mind.
So. No, what? Yeah, that was the.
Hello, Detective. Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
The heinous murder.
I heard you had a big fight with Ezra a few days ago. Care to explain?
Oh, well, it wasn't that big a deal, really. He wanted more money to pay for repairs on the hotel. I wasn't feeling well that day and lashed out a bit at the poor man. I really should have listened to him more.
So I tell her husband was embezzling.
Never mind.
Good luck catching the murderer, Detective.
Where is your husband? in at? Yeah. A key. Yeah, I've already looked through all this. Where is Ezra? Get out of the way, punk. Move. We know Ezra's not up here.
Protect and serve.
And Ezra was not. What is the ding dong there? What? Is that? Oh. What? I'm getting all turned around.
See a lot of folks at their worst in my line of work. Hard to not let it get to you sometimes.
Okay, we've got a few people here. This is going to be Keith.
Hello, Detective. How can I help? Did you have questions about the case?
Oh, stupid. Ezra, he was the dead guy. Right? Wow. Juliana Riggs. That was the most recent one I got. Pay attention.